Let's talk about why I walked away from only one. I'm telling you, just one phone call. I just have to get into this with y'all. So, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Angela Marie, and today we're diving into something that many of us have experienced: online dating. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Recently, I had a rather interesting interaction on Facebook dating. I hop on there off and on every now and then to see what's happening. And I wanted to share um, it with you all because, well, it's a perfect example of how important it is to trust your instincts. So grab your drinks, girls, please relax, and let's get into this. A man I connected with um, asked for my phone number, and after thinking about it, thinking through it for a minute, I decided to just be open minded, and I decided to give him a chance, and I gave him a phone call. He left a voicemail. He called, and I decided to call him back one day. The conversation, well, let me just, it was an eye opener. I'll tell you that. So I just had to close the door right then and there after that. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I had to do that. First off, the conversation started with him saying my name in every sentence, over and over again, every other sentence. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. And I couldn't even get a word, two words in edgewise with him. And it was quickly awkward. And I was trying to, I don't know, it was just a weird vibe, like he was trying to create a familiarity with us. But it just doesn't stop there. So then came the cussing. Now, I do not mind someone who uses a little colorful language every now and then. But for someone who told me, he's a deacon in the church. You think that he showed a little more restraint? But he mentioned that he was going to go back to church while casually throwing out curse words over here and there. It was just so contradictory. And then he said to me also that he's a stand up comic, girls. I'm not sure if that was supposed to explain his cussing or what, but at this point, I was already feeling like this was not it, nada. Okay? It was not it. So let's talk about why I closed the door. I made that decision because we all, want a connection. And that feels natural. This did not feel natural at all by any means, where it's mutual respect and the conversation flows effortlessly. But this didn't feel natural. It felt forced, very forced, and not about him being a bad guy, because I don't know him. But I realized pretty quickly that the energy and our minds, his energy and mine, did not align. It did not mesh. Um, and there was the balance of conversation. He talked a lot, a whole lot. I do too. But don't get me wrong, I love a good conversation. I just do. But this felt like a monologue. I didn't even get a space to share anything. And when we were getting trying to get to know someone, it should be more a back and forth situation. So trust your gut, your instincts. Um, if it doesn't feel right, you don't need to force it. In my case, I trusted my instinct, decided to end things before they even began. Okay? I was not playing no games on that. Trusting your gut when it comes down to online dating. Now, I know some of you might be in a similar situation, or maybe you experienced this too. I don't know. Have you? So let's talk about it. A few things I've learned. when it comes down to trusting your gut, when I had to trust mine in this online dating circle situation. One big thing is paying attention to how you feel during the conversation. I did not feel great in that situation. Are you comfortable? How do you feel? Do you feel that you're being heard or respected? And of course, if there's any red flags, no matter how small, don't ignore them. I chose not to ignore those red flags. Don't get nothing started I won't start. And you have to, you want to be at perfect peace. I know I do. And sometimes that means closing the door on a potential relationship before it even begins. It's not about being too picky. Now, I heard that off and on. It's about knowing what feels right for you. This didn't feel right to me at all, not at all. And I'm going to continue this conversation in my next video because I feel like there's so much more to explore, especially when it comes down to setting boundaries, which is so important, and recognizing the right kind of connection that you want for yourself. If you ever had any online dating experience where you had to just trust your gut, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and share your story with the community, with us, with our family here. This is our community we're building, okay? Together. So also in my next video, I'm going to talk about some other red flags to watch out for, how to communicate your boundaries effectively, and why it's so important to be intentional about who you let in your life. Because you could be disturbing your peace, letting somebody in there that shouldn't be there. So thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this or found it to be helpful, my video, and you enjoyed it, you found it to be helpful to you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, okay? And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you got more content, I do have more content on the way. Dating over 50, relationships, how we can stay true to ourselves, okay? And he asked for my number. I called back immediately, and that decided to close that door, okay? So when he asked that, slam it shut, because it did not work. It did not work. Just try to give the man a chance, but it did not work. So it was what it was, and it's done. So, hey, I'm just going to go to the next one to see how that works, okay? Well, thank you so much, and have a great day, everyone. Bye.